Invisible Wall is an immersive experience that puts the user in the shoe of medical personnel that give a vaccine and other medical treatment to
Hello,
humans.
doctor. Please sneak
Experience how
around
to
and collect
prevent
everything you
COVID-19
need to
from a
know about
first-person
COVID-19.
view and also
We are
learn about
introducing new
information
rules.
and history
We
of
are
the
inside a
different
hospital,
viruses.
and one thing
We
is
also
always
provide users with a novel perspective to experience the process of immune cells eliminating the virus. The goal of this project is to educate people and invoke people's attention to the unfinished situation of COVID-19 and continue to protect themselves for the future of society, their family, and themselves. We want users to learn how to protect themselves from the virus and also encourage them to get the vaccine as soon as possible. Our project will do this by showing the user the history of the different popular viruses and how they affected our world. Also allowing the user to play as the medical personnel and apply vaccine to patients. By asking users to play as the immune cells to eliminate the virus, we can educate people the importance of vaccine. We build a narrative story for addressing the goal. A patient was sent inside the emergency department. The user has to unlock the door by studying and collecting different knowledge in order to save the patient with medication and vaccination. By using VR, user can actually find and touch the knowledge checkpoint by themselves using VR. That will strengthen their memory and impression of such knowledge rather than just reading it in a book. We want users to have fun with the project, in the meanwhile bringing the classroom into VR world, and so user could also bring something useful back to reality after playing our game. After the player vaccinated a person, the player switches perspective and acts as an immune cell in a person's body to eliminate the virus. It offers a chance for users to experience what they would never experience in their lives. We're focusing on sensory immersion. We're using a first-person perspective to support the immersion and flow. We're aiming to let users think that they are actually medical personnel inside a hospital. With the help of visual and sound effects, and so they could immerse the point of view of medical personnel working under the time of COVID-19, treating patients and
How you
at the
feel
same
today?
time
I'm here
learning
to give
knowledge
you the
of the
Pfizer
virus.
vaccine.
By
The
putting
vaccine
user
helps your
into the
body
scene
produce
inside the human
antibodies
body
that
we made,
effectively
showing
fight the
them
COVID
human cells
virus,
of
and it
organs
takes 2
infected
weeks
by
to do so.
viruses, letting them eliminate the virus, we hope to let user experience and immerse themselves in the project. Our project has undergone many changes and updates, from the idea of invading human bodies from the perspective of virus at the very beginning to vaccinated human being as a doctor or immune cells. The process of making project was very difficult. The first step for our team to make a project was brainstorming and ideation. We drew storyboard and sketch for the project to initially show the scene we wanted to make and the physical props we wanted to use for showcase setup. Then we made draft scenes, which is the scene inside the human body. Then after the professor's critique, we changed the initial motivation and changed the user's perspective into the doctor who vaccinated people and then made the final version of the scene of the hospital. In order to let users directly understand the theme of our VR experience and to create mood and atmosphere for users in advance, we use props and costumes that are impactful. We used a large model of COVID-19 virus at the showcase and had James wear an inflatable COVID-19 costume.
some suggestions on what we could do to make it like not so boring or even like
Yeah, I think like even having it where like it showed that the hospital was more full because the only person I know that's obviously like an asset thing, but like the only person there was that doctor. We only had that one person asset, so I think having more people there would kind of hone on the fact and be able to understand how many people it does affect. And then just having maybe the information be a little bit closer together, and then having everything kind of line up, almost like narrowing down the environment and having you walk through a hospital where it's like, oh, like there's a piece of information there, there's a piece of information there, and then we get to the end